Hey, JJ here from Mixed Media Woodworks. It's time for another video update on the Great Guitar Build-Off. It is September the 2nd, Wednesday, and here's kind of where we're at the moment. Obviously, you see all these pieces already before. Haven't really done much of anything else with them. We finished the front. We have to do the back yet. I can't do anything with the back until I get some more resin. That just got ordered. That'll be here Saturday, so we can't really do anything more there except for take off all those little bubbles, drips. And I figured out a way to do it pretty quickly and pretty easily with a chisel. Very carefully, just keeping it level and slicing them off. Unfortunately, it is taking the finish off the back, which is okay, because we're going to refinish it anyway. So that needs to get done, as well as detailing out the pick guard. Inside here, we have little drips. See, I've already taken those off and sanded that. But in here, in the corners, I still got to file that down a little bit so that the pickups fit in that nice and snug. Well, they fit snug now, but they shouldn't fit that snug. But we'll get to that eventually here very soon. Last night we didn't really do much of anything because we had other things on our mind. And about 3 o'clock this morning we got up and came out here and piddled around and made some patterns. Whether or not they'll work, don't know. That's the beauty of learning a craft in making mistakes. So if there's a mistake here, don't know about it yet, I'm sure I'll find out. Pickup template. Of course, center line is clearly marked because center line is king. I do remember somebody saying. That's not true. Center line is queen, because if you don't get it right, it's a bitch. Speaking of which, here's the problem with a lot of kits. Now, obviously, I've only got one to go on, and this is the problem I'm having with this, and that is the neck. The very thing that I'm avoiding building because I really don't have the tools to do it properly. Now, I've got a great router table and a router table lift system, anchor system for my table saw and router. You've probably seen that in a couple of the videos. I can probably get a rough section of a neck done, but I really need one of those wonderful razor rasps or razor files that I've seen being used. Bend Crimson Guitars, I believe, uses one. I got started doing this because of his videos on building a P-bass, and that's how I found out about this whole thing. So kudos to Bend Crimson. Thank you for making those videos, because it really got me on the path to making my own musical instrument. And I am a beginner guitarist, bassist. I just want something good to play with. And this is where we're at. So, knowing that we have a problem with this neck, doesn't look like there's a problem. It looks like a very well solidly built neck. But going on StewMac's website and checking out their fret guide on location, fret location. They have a wonderful little calculator where you can put in the what type of instrument it is, guitar, so on, bass, the number of frets, and its scale length. Now this is a short scale. This is a 30-inch scale, not a 34. So, with that being said, the distance from the front of the nut to the bridge, where the strings come across the mounts of the bridge, should be 30 inches, which means the 12th fret, excuse me, it should be exactly at 15. Here's the problem. Just a rough measurement. And you can see, at least I hope you can, that is indeed at about a little over 15 1/8, which means that the fret or the scale length is incorrect. That being said, do I adjust the bridge to be 30 1/4 roughly? Obviously, we'll have to check into that a little better. Or do I just suck it up, go into my wood bin out in the other building, and see if I've got some maple big enough or long enough to make a neck. And then we've got to find some fretboard material. Obviously, ebony would be wonderful. Rosewood would be wonderful. A lot of good hardwoods for that. However, I don't have any way of milling it to the proper thickness. I have a thickness planer. I don't have it here. It's an old 1950s Powermatic, and it is a bear, weighing in well over 300 or 400 pounds. I haven't weighed it, I don't know, but I know it's heavy. I don't have that here, and I also don't have a jointer, so I can't get a flat face and opposing or 90 degree in order to make a flat 4 sides. So we'll have to figure out some way around that if possible. If I have to, I can do it like I did my large chunks of walnut and use a router planer. Now I can use my router table as a edge joiner. It's tricky to set up, but it can be done. And whether or not it works for this, I don't know. Won't know until we try. And that's the whole thing with this. It's learning something new. It's a wonderful learning curve to the end journey. It's not where you end up. It's the journey. It really is. And I'm having fun doing this, learning new things, checking out how a guitar is made, what makes it tick, and all the wonderful things that are involved with that. I did this many, many, many years ago, although I could never even think about going down and creating from scratch my principal instrument, which is saxophone. Oh boy, I've seen videos of how those are made, and boy, does that take a lot of skill. Definitely don't have the tools for that. But in the meantime, while we're waiting on indecision on what to do about this neck, I also have tomorrow a full day's worth of appointments with some health professionals. As many of you know, those of you that know me, we've been having some health issues and we've been off work because of it. So everything we do here is definitely on the light side, because I can't really lift much of anything with my current illness, so to speak. And of course, we won't know anything until after tomorrow on whether or not the brain transplant will work. We'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, I've got a lot of other little side projects to play with. We've got guitar pedals. I've got 5 guitar pedals that I really need a pedal box for, so I'm going to sit down and draw out a pedal box. Last update I showed you a 3D rendering of a a bass speaker. I've got several speaker projects in the works up here. I've got lots of raw speakers. A lot of places to go with that. I also have my templates that I played with early this morning, trying to see if I can make these work. Got some more raw material, and in fact, I've got a bunch of offcuts from when I cut the other walnut body, and I may take and make a mold about 12, 13 inches by say 18 inches and 2 inches deep, and arrange some of those offcuts in there, and then pour resonate over the top of them and make a guitar body that way. So let me know what you think. It's been done. I know it has, but I haven't done it. So until I've done it, it doesn't exist. Wonderful if the world worked like that, isn't it? At any rate, that's it for the time being. I've got to get moving here and get some things done. We also have, hold on. Our shop foreman here still don't have a name, so any help there would be wonderful. In the meantime, stay upright, breathing, and creating. We'll see you.